Hello people and welcome back to my channel. I have another short exciting video about the Chevening Scholarship, what you need to do next. I would want to start by first congratulating all those who have successfully completed their application and have managed to submit and are waiting for the next stage of the application round. So in this video I'm going to talk about what you need to expect next, what to do next, and how to cope with anxiety. So now you know that your application round has closed. You can no longer apply at the moment. So the next step is that starting from today, your application are going to be screened for eligibility, and those that are going to be eligible will be taken to the reading committee, which happens between this October up to around February, or should I say around January. And then a long list is going to be issued by the reading committee that will be sent to the High Commission of the British Commission in the countries that are eligible for the scholarship, and there will be a shortlisting of those candidates and they'll be called for interviews. So between now, October, and February, when the results for interview are going to come, you need to do something. If you are going to be rejected in the scholarship during the screening process, you're going to receive your email that you did not qualify because during screening you are not eligible for the scholarship. Maybe you made a mistake. So this is a time for you to reflect and start preparing for the next round, or possibly consider other scholarships that are open that you can apply. For those who are going to wait up to February, there are a number of things that you need to do, and I'm going to talk about those things. So what should you do as you are waiting for the interview email to come through? The first thing that you want to do as you are waiting is to ensure that you apply to your 3 chosen courses. Remember, in the application process, you were asked to include 3 courses that you need to consider to apply, and you categorize them according to the priority as your first, your second, and your third. So this is the time to consider applying so that you can get that unconditional offer. And as you are applying to these universities, there will be a number of requirements that you need to do. One of them, your chosen university, they might require an English language as one of the eligibility for you to be admitted in that course. So you need to ensure that you take up that English requirement, which might be IELTS or other form of English requirement. However, there are some who may be able to exempt you from that English requirement. So check with your university if they would require you to provide some form of a letter from where you studied your undergraduate, that your language of study or instruction during your undergraduate was in English, and they may be able to waive off for you to submit the IELTS. If they insist that you need IELTS, you need to submit that IELTS test for you to be admitted. They may also require you to write personal statement. You will be required to submit references from your previous university where you studied, that is from your lecturer or from your profession. So you also need to think through. However, the main point is that research your chosen university, go to their website. You are going to find all the requirements, whether they require you to submit references, the number of references that you need to submit, what you need to write, if it's only a personal statement, or do you need to include other form of information that is required. If you're required to submit a passport, you'll be required to submit all the documents will usually be listed on the application portal for the chosen university. So that is the first thing that you need to do as you are waiting for that email to come. Please ensure that you apply to those 3 universities. And this will also help you should you get rejected from one of the universities. You can easily apply to another university and try to include that university at the interview stage, because at the interview stage you have an opportunity to reshuffle the priority list of your courses or to introduce a new course. So if you apply early and you get rejected, then you can apply to another university or another course which you'll be able to be admitted, and you can easily replace that course during the interview stage. So that is another advantage of you considering to apply for admission at the moment. The second thing that you want to do is to continue strengthening your leadership and your relationship building or networking profile. This may also help you during interviews, especially if in your essays you've used a more recent example and you continue to strengthen your application, you continue strengthening your leadership and relationship building profile. You may have a significant something that may come up that is so significant to be able to demonstrate during your interview as an add-on to what you have already written in the essays, and that is going to give you another added advantage. So continue improving yourself as a leader, continue networking, continue improving the professional relationship that you have as you are waiting for the next stage. Do not relax. This is the time to continue improving so that you have something that can add up to what you have already written in your essays when you go for the interviews. The third thing that you want to do is also to start getting ready for interviews. The number of practice will make you become just a walkthrough during the interview period. The more you prepare, the more you're going to be relaxed during the interview, and you'll find the interview becoming more like another practice when it is the final part that you are doing. So start preparing for that interview, especially once you are done with applying for your course admission. By December, you should be able to start preparing. Read through what other scholars have said about how they've prepared for interviews. What questions are they likely to ask? Read through your application, know your application upside and down, what you wrote, especially on the essays, and you try to ensure that you are sticking to answering all the questions around what you wrote in your application. Right. The next thing that you want to do is also to have your education document, your certificates, and also the references that you are going to upload once you are called for interview. So ensure that by January 2026, you have your education documents. You also have your references from the 2 referees that you had entered in the application for them to give you the references that you are going to upload. It is very important that you are ready with this part so that you are able to submit the information once you are called for interview as you are waiting. So it's very important that this component is also considered. You have all those documents. The other thing that I want to encourage you is to also continue reading regularly. Remember, you have applied for a 1-year master's course, and that 1-year master's course is very intensive because you're only going to learn for 1 year, and therefore it calls for you to be ready mentally to also know English properly, especially if you are coming from a country that is not considered to be an English speaking country. So this is a time for you to read regularly so that you strengthen your English, you broaden your knowledge, and you build the habit of reading, because it's going to help you when you come to start your 1-year master's course in the university in the UK. So please develop the habit of reading regularly and improving on yourself. That is going to help you once you start studying your masters in the UK. So these are some of the points that I thought I should share with you on how you should use the period of waiting for interview. Now, as you know, we are living in a connected world. Everyone is on social media and everything is happening so fast. So you need to know how you are going to avoid speculation and anxiety that comes with applying for the Chevening Scholarship. Once you apply for the Chevening Scholarship, it's a lengthy process. You are going to see people posting about the stage, about the changes in the application portal and everything, and that can cause speculation and anxiety. Am I going to make it? Did I make any mistake that is going to make me not progress to the next stage? So you need to manage those anxieties and speculation that comes with a scholarship application. So how do you manage such anxieties? There are different ways that I think may help you to manage those anxiety. The first one is that you need to have a mentor. By this time, I'm sure you already have someone who was reviewing your essay and helping you in the application process, or you belong to a group, or a WhatsApp group, or a Facebook group, or any social media group that you belong to that talks about scholarship. So let them be a source of encouragement, but try to avoid negative comments that come in such groups, especially if you're in groups, because we have people from different background and they may want to bring that anxiety. So if you are in such a group and you think that that will bring that anxiety in you, I would advise that you keep yourself busy by disconnecting for a while from such kind of groups and continue uh, doing your professional work. Just disconnect a bit from scholarship. You can also keep yourself busy by uh, applying for the universities, like I've already mentioned. But the main point is that you need to have a mentor who is going to help you navigate through the process and keep calm, to help you calm and also help you cope as you are waiting for the process, or a group of people, your friends that you have. If you do not have such a person, you can keep yourself busy in your professional life by doing your work, go on your normal work, and switch off from scholarship for now, for a bit. The other way of keeping coping with anxiety and the speculation that may come upon is that consider applying for other scholarship. Do not just leave it to Chevening Scholarship. You have to consider applying for other scholarship. In fact, Chevening is only one of the scholarships that are prestigious. There are a number of scholarships, and you know that only 1% of applicants are going to be successful in the application. So do not put all your eggs in one basket. Consider other scholarship and apply as long as you are eligible. And this brings me to the point of you preparing emotionally for the outcome in terms of Chevening Scholarship. If you just want to consider Chevening as your main scholarship. However, I would want to mention that do not make Chevening as your only scholarship. Make Chevening be part of your journey and not you be part of Chevening's journey. Okay? Make Chevening a part of your journey. You are in a journey of looking for scholarship to build yourself. You are in a journey of trying to improve yourself and be that leader or be that scholar or have that profile that you want. So Chevening is just part of your journey and not your journey being part of Chevening. If you make your journey being part of Chevening and Chevening cuts it, then you will not progress in your journey. And therefore, it is important that you make Chevening part of your journey. If it does not come your way, you move on. And that is where it all matters, that you prepare yourself mentally. You tell yourself, if it comes well and good, you embrace it. Chevening is part of your journey. If it does not come, then you build resilience and you help yourself to feel comfortable because you would have mentally prepared yourself that if it does not come, you move on. You are on your journey on your own, and Chevening did not become part of your journey. So this is how you'll be able to cope up. And please try by all means to avoid being anxious. The scholarship is one of the only prestigious scholarship. There are other scholarships that are prestigious, and do consider other scholarship. This will help you to forget about Chevening as you are moving on to other activities that are going to help you come. If that interview email comes, then you are going to be prepared for the next stage of the interview. And I hope that by January 2026, I'm going to have another video on how you'll be able to prepare for the Chevening Scholarship interview. So please, should you reach that stage, come back to my channel, in January 2026, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you'll be able to apply for the Chevening Scholarship. With those few points that I've given you, thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments or you have any question, please drop it in the comment section and I'll be able to respond. And thank you very much, and bye.